Well, let's start at the beginning. What made you decide to go into this niche? And if you're comfortable sharing it, what's the niche?
Oh, the niche is concrete, like what you do. So because you had mentioned it and it seemed like a good niche, I'd never tried it before. I tried different niches.
You chose it because it fit all the parameters and you'd heard about it in the group. That's it, right?
You had mentioned it. So I know that you had closed a 2K deal with it before, and I thought, well, 2K is pretty good, so maybe I'll try it as well. And I did the normal due diligence. I checked the area. I made sure that it's relatively low hanging fruits. I checked how many businesses were in the niche and if anybody was running Google Ads. And when everything kind of lined up and I thought, okay, this is something that I can do, I started building the one-page website, set up Google Ads, and then waited for the leads to come.
Weird. You followed the process. It's revolutionary, right?
Magical, right?
Guys, don't feel like you have to follow this exactly. Everyone's going to add their own little wrinkle to this. So I don't care what order, because I've done it both ways. But did you build your list of prospects first, or did you build the one pager first?
I built the one pager first.
Did you set up the ads and turn them on and then go build the list? Or did you have a lead in hand before you called the business owner?
Yeah, I set up the page, set up the ads, and then in between, like because of the time difference in Ireland, I knew I could like have a nap and then build a list. So I set all that up. The next day, I built the list. I had a list of like 10 to 8 people. And then I got a lead and then I started calling businesses.
Was this guy Google Ads, Home Advisor? What was he doing?
He was doing Google Ads, and I think he did Home Advisor for a little bit, but he thought it was shit, so he stopped. So he just was using exclusively Google Ads and word of mouth.
Okay, so you're sitting down, you have a lead in hand. Did you call the lead first?
Yeah, I did.
So you had the lead and you just told, what did you tell the lead?
So they called me first. I just picked up. I knew it was from the area. So I just said, hi, this is Brian with blah, blah, concrete. And they just said, hi, I'm looking for like a patio, stamped concrete, X amount of square footage, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, okay, that's great. So I'll see if I can get one of my guys to go out to you later. He'll give you a call before he comes around and I'll contact you as soon as I can. Something like that.
You positioned it like you were working at the company you were going to contact. You just didn't mention the name.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you got the lead, you kind of set it there, and then you just sat down and had your list open and just started calling.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Weird. You used this and you made money, bro. Like, are you kidding me? So was this the first guy you talked to, the 5th guy you talked to, the 10th guy you talked to?
It was the second guy I talked to.
What happened with the first guy?
He didn't pick up.
Okay, so this is literally your second call. This is the first guy you talked to. Oh, hell yeah.
First guy I talked to.
What did he say? Did it go smooth? Did you feel like you were smooth, or was it just like he was receptive? It was like a good prospect, or did you feel like you crushed the pitch?
I think I did it well. It could have been better. I could have been more confident, a bit smoother. But so I called him and he picked up. His name was Ben. He's like, hey, this is Ben. And I said, hey, Ben, you do concrete around this area? And he said, like, yeah, I do. After that, I asked, I know it's getting close to the end of the year. Are you busy? Do you have work? How booked out are you? He said, about 2 weeks, but depending on the job, I might be able to fit it in. What do you want? And then I said, no, it's not actually for me. I have a lead. I have somebody that's looking for patio for like 100 square feet, stamped concrete in this address. Do you think it's something you could do? And then he was like, oh, okay, yeah. So you're kind of like SEO lead thing. And I said, something like that. So what I'd like to do is with my company, we get leads. We try to generate leads for local businesses like yours. And we want to eventually work with a partnership with just one company in the area and send all our leads to them. I'm not a charity. I would expect to be paid, but for right now, what I'd like to do is for you and I to just do a free trial. I'll send you all the leads I get. And if you like the arrangement, then we can have a call maybe next week and talk about some kind of contract.
Oh,
and then he was like, yeah, okay, I'll take the lead. He didn't sound totally convinced, honestly, kind of like 50-50, but I had the lead ready. I emailed it to him straight away. He took it, he called, he closed it. And then after that, every other lead I got, I just kept sending them to him.
So how many did you send to him total? 3 leads. And he closed the first one you sent him, which massively helped. He sent him 3 leads, right? But he knows exactly what happened with those 3 leads. And I know why you know that, because you followed up, right?
Yeah.
Did you follow up with the lead or with the business owner?
I followed up with the business owner and I would call him to give him the leads, obviously. So I would ask him, hey, how did that lead go before the girl that wanted the concrete in her patio or whatever?
You sent 3 leads. So you closed a deal with 3 leads, a one-page website. How much did you spend on ads total?
Less than 100.
You send the 3 leads. Then did you call him and say, hey, I've sent you 3 leads. Let's do a call. And he's like, okay, sounds good. And you send him a Zoom link?
That's exactly what happened. When I sent him the third lead, I was actually nervous asking, you know. I felt a little bit anxious about getting the call in case he was like, nah, Brian, fuck off. But I said, but I asked, I just said, so that's the lead, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, Ben, are you free for a call tomorrow? And he was like, yeah, that's fine with me. Not tomorrow though. I'm going to be in a different part of the area, but Wednesday we can do it. And I said, okay, I'll send you a Zoom link and I'll chat to you then.
How did you roll with it? Did you just jump on the call or did you send him a screencast before?
I sent him the screencast before as well.
So you
Nick,
literally
I followed
this
all
routine.
of your steps. I did everything.
Okay.
Everything you said, I did.